Hey, Allison! What the hell happened today? You were completely ignoring me at the office. Even when I ask you something work-related, you just sort of brush me off. But on our date a couple of nights ago, everything seemed fine. What's up? Did I do something wrong?
Oh, it's you, Mark. Before you ask if you did something wrong, isn't there something you want to tell me?
Huh?
You'll probably say, you have no such recollection or something, so I'm gonna just ask you straight out. Your family, they aren't really that well off, are they?
My family? Well, they're not super wealthy if that's what you're asking, but they're doing okay.
That's a lie right there.
Huh? Why do you say that?
We've been going out for about 3 months, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You've been to my apartment, but you never invited me to your place. I thought it was kind of strange.
I explained all that to you. I live at home. My siblings and their families live there too. It's not much of an environment for relaxation.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, an old beat-up house like that, with 3 families living there.
Huh? Old beat-up house?
I only saw it from the outside, but figured it had 2 bedrooms at most. I bet you don't even have your own room.
What is this all about?
Well, actually, after our date the other day, I followed you home.
You followed me home?
Then I saw you go into an old beat-up house.
Oh, I see. You saw that house.
Mark, I always saw you as some rich kid with impeccable manners. And you dressed nicely, too. So I figured you were from some rich family.
So you're saying that's the reason you started going out with me?
Yeah, I guess that was the main reason. But then everything changed. What is that house? That old beat-up shack?
Well, it is over 60 years old.
Are you serious? And 3 families live there? That's really not normal. It's abnormal. But you know what? I can kinda understand it looking at you.
What part do you kinda understand?
Well, you are kinda tight-fisted with your money.
Do you think so?
Yeah! When we're on dates and special occasions, you'd pay, but other times you insist we go Dutch. And you always bring a sandwich or something from home.
Yeah, I do.
And you don't seem to know much about expensive restaurants.
Well, I'm not really into gourmet food.
See? That's what I mean. Suppose it's how you were brought up. Ever since I started going out with you, I get this strap for cash sort of feel permeating around you. Thought it was suspicious, and I followed you. The best way to really know someone is to see where they live, and that's what I say. And so I took one look at the dilapidated shack and I knew right away. So this seemingly refined, well-heeled guy was just putting on an act. But you showed your true colors. You were just a tacky, unsophisticated penny pincher. Bet if I check further, you'll probably be buried in debt.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we just have completely different values.
Let me ask you one more time. So, Allison, you started going out with me simply because you thought I had money. Is that right?
Yeah, you got that right. I'm really disappointed in myself. How could I have been so utterly duped? So that's the deal. Let's break up.
Okay, I get it. Guess there's no getting around it.
Huh? Giving up so easily? LOL.
I'm gonna be straight with you, Allison. I don't want to go out with a girl who's only after my money.
Oh, really? I can understand that. Living in an old dilapidated shack with your entire family tree, no money to your name, not a lot to write home about, LOL. Well, I'm also to blame. Didn't see through that window dressing. So very sorry, LOL.
I just ask that you maintain a proper business attitude at work. That's all I ask of you.
Yeah, gotcha, LOL. You're going out with Audrey at HR.
What do you want? Thought I told you not to contact me unless it was for work.
Forget that. So, what about it? Is it true?
What's true?
Like I said, are you really going out with Audrey?
Yeah? What's it to you?
Are you serious? Oh my, I better tell Audrey all about you.
What are you talking about?
What do you think? About your house, that old dilapidated wreck, and your down and out penniless family.
That again?
Yeah, that. How can you keep the truth from her? That's a no-no.
I already told Audrey all about myself and my family.
Huh? You're not serious.
I am. And Allison, I was planning on telling you about my family when I had the time, but I found out the kind of person you were and decided not to.
Oh, really?
If that's all, I gotta go. I'm meeting up with Audrey later.
Is that right? It's late in the afternoon already, which means you're going out to dinner, perhaps? Bet you're going to Dutch as usual, huh?
Yeah, of course. Audrey's pretty picky about such things.
For real? Have a girl pay your way on a date? How tacky. Gotta say it again, but I'm so glad I dropped such a penniless cheapskate.
I'm also glad that I dropped a gold digger like yourself.
Huh? Dropped me? Huh? You're pathetic.
Yeah, well, like I said, no more line messages other than work stuff. I really don't want any contact with you on a personal level.
Yeah. Excuse me, LOL. Hey, Mark, what's with that HR announcement today? Come on, pick up.
I thought I said no more line messages if it's not about work.
Answer me.
The announcement is what it is. In 5 years' time, I will take over the company. Until then, we'll be preparing for the transition.
Nobody told me you were the president's son.
Yeah, well, there was really no need to bring it up.
How could you not tell me?
You never thought it strange that I had the same last name as the president?
I did think maybe you were related, but after seeing that beat up wreck, well, it's a pretty common name. Just thought it was a coincidence.
Oh, I get it. You didn't put two and two together because you figured I was a penniless creep.
Besides, is the company going to be okay with you at the helm? And with you and your family living in that horrendous place?
That place is not my home.
Huh?
We're currently living in a house my father built some time back.
What are you talking about? What is that junk house?
That's my great-grandfather's place. He was the first president of the company. Basically, it's my dad's old place. He's got a lot of memories there. Thought it'd be a waste to tear it down. You probably don't know this, but my hobby is making diorama landscapes. So I use the house as a sort of studio.
Huh? Hobby? A studio?
The day you followed me there, I was just working on a large diorama project, so I was staying over at that place every now and then.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Why didn't you mention this when we were dating, or when we were talking about breaking up? All this time, I had no idea. Had the wrong impression of you.
So you're saying, if I had told you, you would not have broken up with me?
Yeah, of course. That's your problem. As a guy, you should have explained it all to me.
Excuse me.
Oh, well, seems like you feel a bit of remorse. So, I'll tell you what. I'll get back together with you.
Huh?
Huh? What kind of reaction is that? So happy, cat got your tongue?
I explained everything to you straight out. I said I was not interested in a girl that was after my money. I don't want to get married to someone with completely different values.
Come on, that was all just talk. A tit-for-tat exchange. You say different values, but that kind of thing goes out the window once you're married. Come on, stop being so stubborn. Let's make up. What do you say? The most important thing is how we feel about each other.
I already have a fiancé.
Huh?
You are aware that I'm going out with Audrey in HR, right?
Huh? You're still going out with her? I warned Audrey about you.
You marry that guy and you'll end up living in a beat-up shack with a penniless creep, LOL. Yeah, I heard. Wasn't that what you said?
Huh? Why?
Heard everything you said about me from Audrey.
Audrey never mentioned that you were the president's son. Didn't you keep it a secret from her, too?
Didn't I say I told her everything about myself?
You said your family was not well off.
Why would I lie to someone I'm about to marry? Makes no sense. Audrey is my fiancée, and at the same time, she is a co-worker. So, we plan to make a proper company announcement in time. Until then, I asked everyone involved to keep it confidential.
Huh? So you're saying Audrey knew perfectly well that you were the president's son when I warned her?
Yep, that's right.
How could you? You tell her but keep it a secret from me?
I told her because she could be trusted. That's why.
So, I can't be trusted. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah. You went ahead and let your feelings be known before I even got the chance to explain myself.
Huh?
You went out with me for the money, right? You saw me go into that old beat-up house, got into your head that I was a pauper, broke up with me right away. That about right? I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but I don't like women who are after my money.
Well, Audrey may be the same. Ever thought of that? Oh, yeah. Did you know that she bought a new car the other day? Pretty nice timing, huh? Why would she do that unless she knew you'd take care of it? See? Audrey's the same. She's after your money.
She bought that with her own money.
Yeah, well, down the line, you'll end up paying the loan.
She said it'd cost about $15,000. Paid for it in cash, I heard.
Huh?
I offered to help her out, but she said buying something with your own money, money you worked hard for, there's meaning in that.
Huh? Is she nuts? If you're gonna pay for it, accept it. That's what I do.
Yeah, you think? I thought it was admirable. She's even saving up for our wedding.
What? Are you for real? Going Dutch on your wedding and your honeymoon?
Yeah, Audrey's like that.
I can never understand you guys.
Different values, I guess. So, getting back to your earlier point, us getting back together? 100% not gonna happen. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It was included in the HR announcement, but all company-related business from now on will be done through our corporate chat tool. So, I can finally block you.
Hold on a second.
Please refrain from using the chat tool for your own personal matters. I was transferred to a different section in order to prepare for the transition, and I no longer had direct contact with Allison anymore, but she disregarded my warning about using the company chat tool for personal matters right from day one. Messages were all negative comments about me, and she also sent countless barrage of messages to Audrey. But it immediately came to light as I was in close contact with the corporate compliance manager. Because of her repeated disregard for corporate compliance rules, she was eventually let go. I heard she got another job through relatives, but she was accused of stalking the young executive of the company and subsequently fired after 6 months. Her family member ostracized her for bringing shame to the family. After that, she had a hard time landing another job or meeting the man of her dreams. I heard she's currently living alone in a beat-up apartment somewhere.
Amy, are you still working? It's way past closing time, you know. Amy, answer me.
Sorry, Mom. My boss asked me to do some overtime.
I don't want to hear your excuses. You're unbelievable. You're already an embarrassment dropping out of high school, and you can't even make it home in time for dinner.
I'm sorry.
And look how late it is now. Hurry up, come home, and make dinner. Your father and Naomi are hungry.
Okay, I'll hurry. Hey, Amy! I want to eat ice cream. So have some ready by the time I come home from school. I'm sorry, but when you get home, I'll still be at work. I can get you some on my way home, but that'll be around 7. What? No, that's too late. Just get some during your lunch break and drop it off at home. Come on, I can't do that. Takes me an hour to get from home to work and back. Your lunch break is from 12 to 1, right? Then you have 1 hour. But I won't have time to eat lunch. I don't care. You're an embarrassment to our family. You dropped out of high school. I'm going to a super elite private middle school. You have to listen to me. It's not like I wanted to drop out and start working. But you are a dropout. Don't say that to me. The reason I dropped out is because Mom and Dad wanted to spend their money on you. Ugh, stop being annoying. I didn't message you to hear you complain. If you don't buy me ice cream, I'm gonna tell Mom and Dad. Make sure it's Japanese green tea Haagen-Dazs. Fine. Hey, Mom. I just got home, but no one's here. And no one's touched the lunch and dinner I left for you guys. Did you all go out? Hello?
Stop texting me. The alerts are annoying.
I'm sorry, it's just that no one's here. So I was wondering where you are.
Oh, yeah. I guess I should at least tell you that. I don't want you to file a missing persons report or anything.
And what time are you coming home?
We're not coming home.
What?
Your father won the lottery.
The lottery?
$1 million.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing! But what do you mean you're not coming home?
Naomi said since we have $1 million, she wants to go to high school in Beverly Hills.
A high school in Beverly Hills?
So we decided the whole family would go. And we've been getting ready to go for a while now.
No one told me.
Well, yes, we didn't tell you.
Why?
Because we're not going to take you, duh.
What?
I told you, the whole family was going to go.
So I'm not part of the family?
Doesn't that go without saying? A high school dropout like you can't be part of our family. You're an embarrassment to the family. And it's best to cut an embarrassment like you from our lives.
I can't believe you would say that. That's so mean.
Well, it doesn't matter now. We're already at the airport.
Are you serious? You're leaving today?
Yes.
Wait a second. What about Dad's job? His company doesn't have an office in Beverly Hills.
Oh, he quit.
He quit?
He didn't have a choice. We're moving far away. And we have $1 million. What's the point of working anymore?
What are you gonna do about this house? It's under Dad's lease, right?
We already ended our lease.
But all the furniture is still here.
It's too much work to take it with us, so we'll buy new furniture. We don't need it anymore, so just get rid of it.
I have to get rid of it?
Of course! We let you live with us until now. It's the least you can do.
I can't believe this.
Well, I guess if you want to keep living there, you can do whatever you want with it.
I can't afford the rent for this house.
I guess a high school dropout salary isn't much. Anyways, you're cut off from the family. Your father and Naomi, and of course I, will be changing our numbers. I know a lowlife like you will have a boring, unfulfilling life, but you do whatever you want.
Wait, Mom!
Amy, it's been a while.
Who is this?
Don't be silly, it's Mom. I'm so glad you're still using this number.
That's funny. I thought you cut me off from the family.
Oh, don't say that. You can at least hear what I have to say since I took the time to reach out to you. Where are you living now? It seems like you quit your old job, too.
Do I have to tell you?
Of course. Your father and I are heading there now.
What?
My friend told me you're living in a huge mansion now. What happened? Did some rich old guy take pity on a high school dropout and marry you? If it's a mansion, I'm sure you have a ton of empty rooms. So, I'll be happy to live with you starting today.
You can't come over now. I mean, didn't you say you were living in Beverly Hills?
Oh, well, we were scammed.
Scammed?
Someone told us about a great investment opportunity, so we gave them $500,000. But it was all a lie. We only have like $2,000 left. So, since we have a tight budget, we thought it was better to be here than in Beverly Hills, where everything is so expensive. We had no choice but to come back here.
Okay, so you're saying that you have no money and no place to live, so you want me to take care of you?
Yes.
Oh yeah, what's going on with Naomi?
Naomi?
You haven't mentioned her at all. Are you with her?
Oh, well, she said she was going to go live with her boyfriend.
She said what?
She said there was no way she was coming back here, so we left her behind. Anyways, that's that. Tell me your address.
I can tell you, but I don't think you'll want to come here.
Why?
I'm living in the villa that was part of Grandpa's mansion.
Grandpa?
Yeah, your dad.
What?
After you all left, my company let me stay in the company housing for about a year. And then I received Grandpa's obituary.
What? Are you serious? He died?
Yeah. I know stuff happened when you were little and you were estranged, but I guess they thought they should at least tell you that he passed away. So, Aunt Rose, your older sister, said she called you.
I didn't hear about any of that.
Yeah, I know, because you changed your number. But you didn't tell her that, so of course she couldn't reach you. So they had no choice but to have a funeral without you.
I had no idea.
And after the funeral, there was a will reading.
A will?
Yeah, I guess he looked into some stuff before he died, and he knew that I was left behind.
What?
And it seems like he was really mad about it. So his inheritance was left to Aunt Rose and me.
Are you serious? But wait. Your grandpa didn't have enough money to build a mansion. He had a lot of property, but it was mostly worthless.
That worthless property's value soared thanks to a huge shopping mall being built. So he sold his properties and built a vacation home. And now I live here with Aunt Rose and her husband.
What? That's not fair.
It doesn't really matter if you think that. It's what Grandpa decided.
Okay, then give me your inheritance. I'm your mother, so I have a right to that money.
If that's your argument, I don't have to give you a penny.
What? You're my daughter! Don't be stupid and just listen to me.
No.
We're a family. Of course we should live together. As your parents, we have the right to live in your mansion.
I don't want this mansion. Aunt Rose does.
What? Does that mean...
Yeah, the deed is in Aunt Rose's name. Oh, and also, Aunt Rose and her husband legally adopted me.
What?
So what I'm trying to say is, you're not my mother anymore. You're my aunt. So I'm living with my mom.
Just wait a second.
What?
If Rose is the mansion's owner, who is paying the property taxes? If it really is a huge mansion, you need a lot of money for upkeep.
Oh, I guess you didn't know. Aunt Rose runs a pretty big IT company.
Wait, so she's the boss?
Yeah, Aunt Rose is the boss. And, while going to night school to get my GED, I also study programming, thanks to Aunt Rose's support. And I've been working at her company for 2 years now,
What?
You get it now, right? If you want to live here, you need Aunt Rose's permission. But Mom, I heard when you left home you stole $100,000 from Grandpa and Aunt Rose's savings, and Dad helped you steal it, right?
So
So she said if you want to live with me that badly, to give back that $100,000. She's right next to me right now.
my sister's there?
Of course, she's been here from the beginning.
Why?
So, are you coming here or not?
You know I can't.
Okay, then I guess this really is goodbye.
What? Since we're not going to live together, there's really no point in us talking either.
Okay, well, I don't think we'll see each other ever again, but be well afterwards. When my parents and sister abandoned me, I was a teenager. And 7 years later, my shameless parents contacted me. Even though I told them off, I heard that they've been wandering around mansions that they thought I was living in. And by chance, they ran into my aunt, who took them to the subsidiary of her company and is making them work off the $100,000 they stole from her. And my sister, she fell for a marriage scam and came home $50,000 in debt. And I ran into her when she was wandering around my mansion property. After speaking to my aunt, we decided that she would work off her debt at a different subsidiary from my parents. She worked 7 days a week. A life ruined by sudden wealth. I made a promise to myself that I would never end up this way.